What is up, YouTube? What is going on? Back with another live stream here. Check testing, check 1 2. Checking the sound. Alright, good. Going live on WAP.com right now. What is up, everybody? Hope you all are doing well today on this Tuesday, March 31st of 2026, the final day of the month of March and the final Tuesday of the month as well. Hope you all have had a safe, humbling, and good Tuesday, good enough Tuesday. As we are back with another live stream, TSD Top Sports Debate live stream, and I'm live over on my YouTube channel at Bet at Your Own Risk. That is at Bet at Your Own Risk. If you are over on YouTube, type in Top Sports Debate on your laptop, your phone, or whatever. Search up Top Sports Debate. Come find us. Come join us as we here with the crew that I run with. Lando, the leader, the legend himself, and the other cappers, Bobby, Tony, Q, Keezy. We are over here smacking the books each week, winning and losing. We do not shy away from the losses. We look to learn and grow and try to do better in the next bet. And so tonight we look to push for some wins in the NBA and the MLB. So let's get ready to see what we can do here today. Those of you listening over on WAP.com, if you feel comfortable to share some player prop looks, spreads, team total points, anything, drop them in the comment section. We'll go over to that. Anybody over on YouTube, same thing, any prop or whatever, because this is our live stream. It's just not mine. I'm just here to give some insight and just in general, just enjoy each other's company as we look to see if we can find some player props that we can hopefully put together and get some wins and just enjoy this Tuesday tonight. And also too, it's supposed to be Dinger Tuesday for the MLB. So hopefully there's a lot of home runs today for those of you who are putting together home run parlays. So let's see what we can find. I know I just probably about an hour ago, maybe hour and a half ago, I sent out to the WAP on Discord a points parlay with Brooks from Phoenix with give me a second. I'm old. I'm forgetful. With where are you? Literally just shared it too. Where is it? Dude. Oh, there it goes. It's Dylan Brooks for 18 points, Brandon Miller for 25 points, Sam Miller for 15 points. All of them are plus 200, a little bit higher because they're in spots where they potentially will cash bills. What's going on? How are you? Hope you're doing well. You like D Brooks, you like Melo Ball. I'm gonna talk about Melo Ball in a second. Brunson, Kawhi, Luka under. Fascinating. Hold on, is Luka playing today? Give me 1 second. Is Luka playing today? You all can't see this on WAP, but you can see it on YouTube here. Luka is playing today. Okay. LeBron is questionable. Let's give me a second. Let me clear that up. So this is a potential spot for you all to potentially take. I didn't take this. I still may potentially still do it anyway. But this is the look for LaMelo Ball. Now, Bills is talking about LaMelo for his points. We'll look at that in a moment. But his passing, he has potential to get 8 or higher tonight, and there's a reason why I mentioned this. Now, on the season, Brooklyn's defense is allowing 9 to the position, but in the last 5, they've only allowed 7. But when it's pertaining to LaMelo Ball in a head-to-head matchup, more so on the season, look at what he's done: 8 and 14. So potentially, I was considering taking LaMelo for 8 and 9 tonight. This was hours ago, and I looked at it while I was at work because I actually had some time to actually do it this time. So on Tuesdays specifically, look at this. Look how beautiful and green this looks for Tuesdays for LaMelo Ball. And this is including this year. He's averaging 8 assists in the last 10 Tuesdays. And on the season, he's 6 and 1, averaging 8.4 assists on Tuesdays. And if you even break it down even more, where he's on a Tuesday on the road, he's 2 and 1, averaging 7. So the question becomes, is he going to do what he's been doing just in general, just on face value wise, on a Tuesday specifically? Is he going to do this that he's done on the season? Because as you see here, he's usually, because when I'm breaking down the information in front of you, I usually look at the actual full scope. And as you see here, he's literally hitting 8 assists or higher most of the time. So that's why I say you may want to consider taking LaMelo Ball tonight for 8 assists or higher. Remember the slip that I gave y'all in the WAP in the Discord? What was it, 4 games ago, 3 games ago? It was last Friday where LaMelo was in a spot for passing and technically his points too. So technically he's possibly in a potential spot to score as well. But specifically his passing and his threes, I apologize, it was his threes. So look at his threes on a Tuesday. So he's potentially in a spot where you can put down LaMelo for 4 threes and 7 to 8 assists tonight, maybe even 8 tonight, on a parlay, because that's what I did last Friday, and he cashed easily because that was his day. Tonight specifically is a day where he goes out here and gets a lot of assists and shoots threes and makes them. So 4, it's a minus 118 on Underdog, so probably more than likely like minus 120, minus 115 on FanDuel or something like that. So you just put him down for 4. They were allowing 3 to the position in the last 5, but we're talking about LaMelo Ball, who likes to shoot threes. And then you parlay that with the assists. This is where you get aggressive on days like this, where the player is actually balling out. So that's why I do like his passing. I do like his shooting. Let's look at his actual points, where, again, the member said LaMelo for 20 points. He specifically decided to look, and we're going to look at LaMelo just in general on the full scope of his scoring. He's averaging 22 points, 22.1. On the road, he's averaging 21. So he's in and around the number that you want. You're looking for 20, right? They're allowing 27, almost 28, literally just shy of 28, 27.4 on the, on the nose here. Last 5, which is good. So this is beneficial for LaMelo to potentially go even higher than the 20. Maybe he finishes with 23, 24, 22 type of thing. Maybe he finishes with 25. He's hit 25 or higher 2 times in the last 10, again on the road. Just in general, 3 times in the last 10, but only 1 time in the last 5. On Tuesdays, he's hit 25 or higher 3 times, as you see here. But on the season itself, 1 time, where it was recent, it was on the 17th against Miami, but that was at home. Him specifically on the road on a Tuesday, he hasn't hit, he's only hit 20 points 1 time. That was at Miami. He couldn't do it against Chicago, couldn't do it against Portland. So he's technically on the month 0-1. That was against Portland on the 10th, which is, again, roughly a little over a week ago. So I still, honestly, still kind of like it for his points. I know he had a dip, right, on a Tuesday. Pretty much had a dip. So, again, when stuff goes down, it usually eventually reverts to the upside. So I would say take LaMelo for the points. But, again, for sure, take him for the passing. again, because he loves passing, and then take him for the threes because he loves hitting at least four. If you feel like he'll get five, take him for the five. It's a plus 164 on FanDuel. So do with all the information what you will. I still believe in the young man tonight, but I just might take him for that same prop again that I did last Friday. Nice. Sounds good. Who else did you say? You said Brunson for 20. Let's see here. Oh, this is what I love. Because what I just might do as I look, I'll tell y'all picks. I'll put it on a parlay. This is our stream, right? So I'm willing to work with y'all. I really don't like just doing my own parlay and then y'all tell type of stuff. I like to, we're in this together. We're winning together. We're losing together. We're learning and growing. And in the midst of that, hoping to just enjoy the sport that we're watching. So you're talking about Brunson just for 20 points alone. He's literally crushing 20. So his line is 25. He's literally crushing 20. Head to head, he is same thing. Just in general, he's crushing 20 for the most part, even against Houston. They're allowing 24 in the season to the position under 20. Fascinating. The last five. Let's see. You actually got to see who they're facing though, because Brunson's a different breed. Brunson can get 30 plus points 6, 7, 8 games in a row that a lot of these point guards are going to push to try to attempt to do. So you actually got to look at the names to really see if they're actually shutting down like stars like a Brunson. And a lot of these players are not stars like Brunson. So as you see here, look, Luka back to back. And then Murray, he had 35 here, but he's usually not getting 25 plus points consistent, right? But Jamal, he's a player, yes. 30, yes. Stephon, yep. So per the actual names that we're looking at, yes, I concur. You can parlay Brunson for 20, and then you said the Claw for 25. Let's see. Oops. Come on. Again, this is Prop Finder because they break down more of the data a bit more. Oh, that's right. I keep thinking Kawhi's is he a big, or is he? Okay, there he goes. He got him at the 2. I'm usually thinking Kawhi's a 3, right? But they got him at the 2, or at least they're just listing him as a 2, and he more than likely plays a 3, so he just goes back and forth. You had him for 25. Just face value, literally 9-1 in the last 10 to getting 25 points, averaging above 25. He's averaging 29 against Portland. You need 28 just in general. They're allowing 16 to the position. Fascinating. Again, let's really look to see who they're shutting down. Gary Trent Jr. came out of nowhere because I guess Doc was like, go out there and start, blah, blah, blah. And he went out there and had I think almost 30 points, or maybe he did in his first start on the year with the Bucks. He hit your boy hit almost 10 threes 2-3 nights ago or something like that. That was wild stuff. I'm like, man, and I don't even think his prop was even available to even pick for anything. So it's just one of those things. That's the thing about the sports books, guys. They know when a player's in a spot to go off, and they won't even put the player prop there when you're trying to search for the data and stuff like that. So just remember that they purposely will not put a player's player prop available for you to choose. Just know that information today. I think I brought that up when we were over in a Discord too. So just kind of want to, remind you to try your best not to get too upset when you don't see a player and you feel like he can go off and he actually goes out there and does it, because they know that was literally a win for you, and they will purposely take the win away from you. They will do that. So just want to give y'all that info. So I'm all about the community, the people. and y'all winning as much as possible. Okay, Kawhi, you don't like scoring 25 points on a Tuesday. He's 2-6 on the season. He only hit 25 or higher 2 times. That was against Houston on December 23rd, and basically just in December. He did have 20 plus points back to back on January 27th and February 10th, but he was literally a free throw off against Houston on the 10th last month. So if you maybe potentially feel like you want to fade Kawhi's points tonight, just off of the basis of what he doesn't do on a Tuesday, have at you and take the under. And in the midst of that, when you look at the data too, he's had 3 straight where he went under. So he went back to back. He's potentially on his third Tuesday where he potentially will go under again tonight. But again, there's no guarantee he might actually go out there and get 25 tonight. Remember, it's sports. You really don't know what the player's going to do during the day. The hope is that they go out there and get the job done. That is the hope. All right. You said Luka under. Now, recently, one of the games, Luka did go under. It had to be within the last 10 games. Let's see. Where you at, sir? All right, bet. Here we go. So you're talking about Luka under, and actually you're pushing because it's 35. So you're actually pushing for plus value at 34 for the under. This still would be, I feel like this still would be plus value. Let's look at this. Let me see. On the season, to put a position, they're allowing 38 to the position. And I apologize. You're talking about now, Bills. When you were talking about Luka's under, are you talking about the points, or are you talking about like PRA? I'm gonna guess and say you're talking about the points, right? Because they are only allowing 24 points, and they shut down the point guard to 15. The Cavs have, but Luka he did get 29 here, so technically he did go under. And this was on the 28th of this year. That's what he's doing on a Tuesday. He is technically going under on a Tuesday. So your read could be correct. Your read definitely could be correct. He's only averaging 32. Well, not only, but he's like right there, knocking on the door at 34. But 4 straight unders on a Tuesday. And technically 7-1 in the last 8 Tuesdays this year, he's gone under. So you may have found a nice gem of an under here. I do kind of like it. I may end up taking this one on a straight bet, just being honest. Let's see what he's doing at home on a Tuesday. 5 straight home games on a Tuesday, he's gone under. I really am liking this a lot. Now, the only thing is, if LeBron doesn't play, then I feel like there's a potential for Luka to go over, because he would have probably maybe 5 to 10 to 12 more touches tonight. So if LeBron is out, then Luka may go over, and you may want to consider looking at Austin tonight, because he did go under his points this game on last night. So potential he can pretty much go back up. We really will have to know if LeBron is in. If he's in, then yes, take Luka under. But if he's out, consider Austin Reeves for points, consider his PRA, consider his passing. There's actually EV for Austin Reeves passing tonight. It's actually 6.5 at plus value. That I was thinking about taking today, but I ended up going with for the plus EV. But I still might consider taking his assist here. Real quick, I'm gonna try to do this quickly. Really don't want to because Moneyballer is dope, right? But this is their, you can see this over on YouTube. This is the Moneyballer plus EV spot that I use, and it may have shifted. So it looks like it shifted because, dude, I swear, Austin Reeves was sitting on here for plus EV for assists. It disappeared, so he's no longer on here. It was literally 6.5. So now they have Luka on here for the over for his points now. So yeah, you may want to consider it. It was who was it that I took for the plus EV? Because I was also looking at Scotty Barnes for his rebounds, because I thought not Scotty Barnes, Brandon Ingram for his rebounds, because I had him last time, but he didn't play last game. So again, you may want to consider taking Austin Reeves for the passing. It's just that Tuesdays he doesn't or something, I don't know, maybe the day doesn't like him, right? He's not getting anything really, but he did have 8 here on the 10th. He is 1-0 against Cleveland, but this was last year's numbers. And a Tuesday at home, you see here, he's had 4 games, but most of the time he's gone under. But just a general on the season, on a Tuesday on the road, he's literally 2-4. So I still kind of feel like he can still go out here and get the assist, but we'll see, because they're allowing 6 to the position. You just need 1 more if you're taking him just for 7 at the push, or even just 6, because this is a safe spot for the plus 120 BetMGM. So again, consider doing that. Remember, I did post about James Harden for that double last night, because it was towards the end of the stream last night, and the double just looked great against Utah, because he loved getting doubles against them, and he went out there and had 15 points and 14 assists. So he's technically, let me see, against the Lakers, he's technically in the spot to potentially get another double tonight. Now, the double last night was a plus 180. Let's see what it is against the Lakers tonight. It's a plus 170, just 10 points lower, but still good. As you see, he had back-to-back doubles, right? Just in general, he had back-to-back against LA, so that's a good look. He's 2-1 against LA on the season. Let's look at him on a Tuesday. Now, on the Tuesday, you see he's only 1-9. They're technically 1-10 on the year. Let's look at what he's doing on the road. Last 10, 3-7, but again, back to back. And then Tuesdays on the road, 3-6, but 1-4. Still kind of feel like you can get a double tonight, just being honest, because again, even though it says this, I'm solely basing on you potentially taking him for the double just solely based on the fact that he has had 2 out of 3 on the year. So he's really working his magic against the Lakers. I kind of, honestly, they're allowing almost 12 to the position. I would say take it. Just being honest, I would say take James Harden for the double. I'm going to queue it up, because I'm probably going to take it again tonight. See if we get a back-to-back. Because I'm glad that cashed. If anybody else has any other double looks, you can for sure share. We have 7 games tonight. Let me see. Who else? Let me see. Now, Max Christie, he has a possible potential spot to get above 13 points today, even if you take him at 15. But the only thing is, he hasn't had 15 points. He's only had 13 twice. And once this year against Milwaukee. He's only hit 15 on a Tuesday one time, but that was last year, and nothing this year. But again, the only reason why I'm basing it off him potentially getting 15 because of what they're allowing on the season and just in general in the last 5. Again, he might get it, because as you see, just in general, the last few, one got it, and then the other few were just a bucket or a free throw off. So that's what I'm saying. I don't know if I would want to take him, because that plus 156 is a nice spot, nice sweet spot for plus value plus return. Reed Shepherd let me down last game. He just couldn't find anything. And remember, I took him for his PRA last game. He only had 4. Kind of feel like he can bounce back. Let me see. But he's 0-3 against them. Kind of curious. Let me see. Per the position, they're allowing almost 17 to the position. He did have back-to-back Tuesdays, though, just in general for the new year. So technically for the new year, he's 2-1. Let me see what he's doing at home, just in general. He's averaging 8. You need 8. And then at home on a Tuesday, 2-2. Back-to-back Tuesdays, like I said, averaging 7. If you feel like he can get the 8, take him for the 8. I still like it. Potential. It's just can he break this? Because he hasn't been able to break it yet against the Knicks, currently against them. Because I looked at that earlier today. That's right. Okay. Oh, we can't look. It's not gonna let. It doesn't have any data. I would look his way, but they don't get any data for Ryan here. Maybe Darius Garland, maybe. Now he did have a double last game, right? Yeah, he had a double on the 29th. Maybe. What's his double? What is it? Plus 360. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Apologies. Let me look at his PRA. What's really standing out the most? It's just 60% for everything. So his points. Let me see. I'm guessing it is his points. You need 21. Look at what he's doing. 25, they're 24 and higher whenever he does score. So if you bump him up to the plus value, even say 23, it's a plus 148. They're allowing 26 to the position, 28 in the last 5. He's at home. What's he doing at home? Oh, beautiful. Technically 23 or higher. Just in general on the month too, 5-2 in the month. Then what is he doing on a Tuesday? He's still like scoring, but he's pushing higher than 25. You see here 27, 28, 29, 30. That's good. 3-2. He did have back-to-back. But this was last year's numbers. So he's technically 0-1 on the year. But still, he's still, just in general, face value, he loves scoring on a Tuesday at home. I'm going to queue up his points. I might take his points up 1, maybe 2. I might push for the 23. Because if he gets 25, what would be 25? Plus 226. So if you feel like he can get the 25, because again, it's the day even just in general, because he's usually getting 25 when he scores. Take the 25 at the plus 226. But if anything, you would ladder him up from 21 up to maybe 23. And if you feel like you can get 24, do it. But then You're single betting everything. So, and then you can, if you see anything else that we're talking about here, then you would parlay it with the other stuff, because we only have two things on here currently. That is Garland for his points, Harden for his double-double. If you even want to just parlay that together, that should give you back something. And if you still feel like Garland can get another double-double tonight, take that plus 360 as well, because he just might go out there and get the job done. Can Jenkins get 15 points? Can he get 6 assists against this Detroit Pistons defense? And look what he's doing. He's usually getting 7 or higher, right? They're allowing almost 8 to the position, 8 in the last 5, which is good. So you could technically still take him for the 8 if you feel like he would get it. What is that? He had 9 here. So he's usually even just in general getting 8. He's averaging 7.4. What is he doing on a Tuesday? Back to back where he had 6 or higher on a Tuesday. So he's 2-1 on the month. Then what is he doing at home? 4 straight. 4 straight with 8 at home. So can he get, I don't know why I said Detroit. I meant to say Toronto. Can he get 8 assists or 6, between 6 and 8 assists against Toronto tonight at home? That's the question. He has no head-to-head against them. Let's look at the names here. Who got what? They shut Suggs down. Well, technically it shut the team down, because we know Suggs can easily randomly first quarter have 5 assists. You know what I mean? By the end of the first quarter. Garland had 6, so he was a couple off, but he still got the 6 if you're just taking him for the 6, so that's good. Chandler had 9. They shut Murray down from getting 7, but he still had 6. Cunningham. Murray had 6. So pretty much a lot of the passing guards are getting the job done. They're at least getting 6. They're at least hitting the number. So I like the passing. So I'm going to cue that up, because I have yet to bet on him. Because for the most part, I've just been watching him succeed, which is great. So maybe he does get the, what you call it? He has, where was, hold on. It says he has 8 here. Oh, okay. Hold on. There it goes. All right. I'm like, hold on. That's the points, not the, that was the points, not the assist, not the passing. Remember, Traore came through. Remember that parlay that I put him on, and even took him on a straight bet for his, I think it was either his PRA or his R. It was something PR. Remember, I had him for, I think it was for 15. It was like plus 160 or something like that on that parlay on the 29th. And as you see, you finished with 20. I'm like, dag, I really should have bumped him up. Let me see. Okay, they're technically guarding for the most part the position, but they're a little bit of a struggle against the rebounds and assists. You only need 8. They're giving up 13. And you see here on the 20th, you only finished with 9. And then he actually went out there and got buck, as he had 17 here. So potential for him to possibly finally get 10 rebounds and assists tonight could potentially be a thing. It's a plus 240 on DraftKings, but just in general on face value, would take him for 8 and maybe 9 at minimum because he usually hits the mark just in general. On a Tuesday, he hit it twice. He hit 9. It was 9 when he got it. So potentially potential to go out here and get the job done. 3 straight home games, he had 9. What about his What about his points? 2 and 1. He doesn't really like shooting on a. Well, that was. It's Dallas, it's Lakers. Maybe. Hold on. Give me a second. Because Claxton came back the last game. Looks like still this potential still the same line of Troyer, Powell, Williams, Clowney, and Claxton. So he potentially could go out here and get the job done. Okay. Had to read that comment because I wasn't paying attention. Scoot. I had him for, I think it was PRA, and he went out there and got the job. Then he had 31 here. What is he doing on the road? He's under every game on the road. He's 0-13 on the season. Sheesh, son. Maybe it's just the defensive side? I don't know. Huh. There are a lot. See, here's the thing. 40 on the season to the position. 30, almost 33 to the position. You need 25. Well, technically 24. So he only has 1 game. He's only okay. Well, never mind. I keep forgetting. He is injury prone. I keep forgetting about that. So maybe, let me see, head to head. He got 24 against the Clippers on the 16th of January. Maybe he gets to 24 tonight. Because just based off of the head to head. Because he's 1-0 against them on the season. 100% passing. Okay. Maybe you take his passing. Maybe he gets 6 because he has 6 here back to back. It's plus 198. Let me see. They're allowing almost 9 to the position in the last 5. He does love passing on a Tuesday. And he's usually getting 6. 5 of the 6 games here on the Tuesday for the year, he's gotten 6 assists or higher. So here's potentially your look. But again, this is between this year and last year. He's technically only 1-1. He's 0-1 on the 1-1 on the season. He had 5 here against Minnesota, but only 1 here against Charlotte. But again, they're allowing almost 9 to the position, so you're just looking for 6. They shut McConnell down because he can still get assists coming off the bench for Indiana. But Nembhard had 10 in that same game. Rollins had 7. Nembhard's brother had 9. Murray 11. So it still looks good for him to go out here even just to get 6 assists. So I would potentially take him for 6 assists tonight. Just off the basis of the day. Just off the basis of the day, even though he's been down most of the time. So it's either the data's going to go towards the day or it's going to go towards what he's done in the last more recent games. So, or it might just go per the head to head, where he just in general just loves passing the ball against the Clippers. So I'm going to queue up his passing because he just might go out there and get 6. What was it again for 6? Plus 198. I'm really thinking about taking that as a straight bet, just being honest. So what we got on here? We got Harden, Garland, Jenkins. Okay. Got nothing but guards on here. No bigs. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Mobley, I can't trust him personally. So I'm just saying this to you all, just on the basis of I feel like Mobley is succeeding solely because I haven't really bet on him all year. I think I've only put him on I think 3 of my slips, and I'm 0-3 or something like that betting on Mobley. So hear me out. I'm not gonna bet on him tonight. So if you feel like he can go out here and get these 18 points, take it, because he's probably more than likely gonna cash for you tonight. I'm just saying, just putting it out there. I'm not gonna put any money on Mobley tonight. Nothing at all. Look at his PRA. It's 90% hit rate. Repeat PR 90%. Look at this. He is cashing. He just hasn't cashed for me. So he's cashing on a Tuesday. Again, this is technically this year, last year. He's still technically cashing. He's above 500 on the Tuesday. So just, whichever one you feel is the more comfortable spot for you. Looks like points and assists look like the best spot just in general in the last 5 Tuesdays. He's averaging 22, almost 23. You need 21. So potential spot for you to take him for the points and assists. And like I said, even just his points in general, that's 80%. You need 18. He's usually getting 19 or higher. So just in general on the Tuesday. Him on the road, he's averaging, what is that? Looks like 18 and a half, maybe 19, 22 in the last 10 on the road, 5-0, averaging 26. So yeah, you're seeing all the data here. I would say take him. Honestly, literally, I really would take him, but I'm not. So go on ahead. Take him for his points. Take him for his take him for his points. Take him for his points and assists, because that was like the best one that was cashing. It may technically could still potentially still go out and get the PRA, get the PR. But he's even like his see on a Tuesday on the road, his PR and his PA are cashing more on a Tuesday. So you have plenty of options. Points and rebounds, points and assists. So yeah, I'm not betting on him. Again, I'm just not, because I really feel like if I do, he's gonna go down, and it's better that y'all bet on him and y'all win. That's what I'm talking. This is what I'm talking about when I say I'm looking to root for y'all and help y'all win as much as possible, because I don't want y'all to lose. I'll lose, y'all win. You know what I mean? That's how I roll. Because I can accept my L's. Other people can't. And that's okay. Because I always say your emotions are valid. You know what I mean? Because you're human at the end of the day. Let me see. His points look the best. The second would be the PRA. 70%. You just got to know when to look Tristan da Silva's way. Currently, he's in the spot where he can get shut down because he's playing against this Phoenix defense. You still got to remember, Phoenix still playing good defense this year. In the midst of, remember when Devin was out and they just couldn't find a bucket, they were still kind of, at least their defense was holding strong enough, but still was losing at the end of the day. It just, you know what I mean? Teams weren't blowing them out. So now that Devin's back, Dylan's back, they're, you know what I mean, they're technically I think Williams was questionable. Let me look at this again. Let me see. Phoenix, where are y'all? Okay, Williams is out officially 4 hours ago. So what you call it is Daro, he's starting in his place. So Gillespie, Booker, Green, Brooks, and Daro. So So for Tristan, 5 straight. He's averaging 16 points. Still, if you feel like he can get, because he's had 3 of the last 5, he had 15 or higher. He's 0-3 against them. He had 5 here at Phoenix, but now that they're at home, more comfortability. He knows the court. He's more comfortable at home, shooting wise. He still potentially could go out here and get 12 points or higher tonight. Look at this. Ace Bailey at 13. Johnson at 14. Just a bucket off, free throw off from getting to 15. Champagnie 14. Same thing. McDaniels had 16. So there's potential for him to get it. They did shut down Brandon Ingram, but I don't know if that was the game that he got hurt though. But he did get 36 here on the 13th though. Even the bum Kyle Kuzma, freaking bum, man. He had 33. So yeah, he's still in a spot to get 15 points or higher. So if anything, you would ladder him, take him for the 12, take him for the 13, take him for 14, and then take him for the push. This is what I call the push. That's that parlay that I shared. The points push. This will be the push. You take him for this plus 250 for the 15. Take him on a straight bet. $10 better. Maybe you bump it up to 15, maybe 20. Throw that on there. If he goes out there and gets it, he handles business. You know what I mean? 6 straight game. Technically, 4 out of the last 5 now. If he does go out here and get 15 points or higher, he does love scoring on a Tuesday for the most part. He's averaging 12.4 on the season. And more recently, he's averaging 11, but he's had 13 or higher 3 times in the last 5 Tuesdays. So, again, take him for the 13. And like I said, if you feel like you can get him for higher, feel like he's going to go out there and get buckets, make the magic happen, right? Tuesday at home. Okay. A little bit in between, just in general on the year, 2-2. So, yeah, dude isn't. Look, he's still averaging 12, so still plus value. So just giving you. That's why I tell people I look at everything, not just one specific thing. Like, oh, you know what I mean, this is what it is. Blah blah. I got to look at everything to better really get an actual clear cut pick. The homie came through. Remember what I talked about? John Collins, when I talked about this from 2 streams ago. He was on the day, Sunday. That was his day. Sundays is his day. So if the Clippers play this on Easter Sunday, you may want to consider taking John Collins for 15 points or higher. They're giving him 13 tonight. They were giving him 10 on Sunday. It was 9.5. You remember when I started the stream. So they bumped him up because of, more than likely because of what he's done against them, what they're allowing to the position. That's probably why they bumped him up. And probably also too because he scored the 22 points. So the 15 is still plus value for plus 170. Man. The 20. Remember, I talked about that during the stream. I was like, Collins might potentially score 20 points. It's a plus 1,500. He hasn't scored 20 points on a Sunday at all this year. He's hit, 18 or whatever a couple of times on a Sunday, blah, blah, blah. I said it on stream like I might still take him for the 20, but I didn't do it. And he finished, as you see, he finished with 22 points, so I missed out on super extra funds on the return. But it's a plus 600 for him to get 20. What is he doing on the Tuesday? He loves playing on the Tuesday, y'all. He loves scoring 16 points on the Tuesday. I'm just saying, this is just in general between last year and this year. He's averaging 15 on the nose. He's had 15 points or higher 5 times in the last 8 Tuesdays on the year. You might want to take him for the 15 points tonight. You're seeing the same thing I'm seeing. You see it. 15 on the nose. They're allowing 17 to the position. You might want to take him for the 15. Look at Marvin. He had 26 here against them just a few days ago. You just might want to take him for the 20 points tonight. That was Marvin Bagley, who usually comes off the bench for Dallas. That's what he did against Portland on the 27th. Minot, 15. Randall, 19. Slauson, 17. Run and put him in for 15 points. And potentially ladder him up to higher and take him for the 20. Just saying, y'all. Just saying. John Collins, that's why I forgot to mention that on Sunday. That 9.5 was disrespectful to your boy, because I know for sure, I've been watching this cat since he hit the league. He goes out there and gets buckets. Take him for his points. Stop playing with your boy. Look, he's even averaging 14.7. He's averaging 15 points against Portland. Go put that 15 down, dog. I'm queuing it up for the 15. Because I'm gonna take that on a straight bet. I'm going back to back with your boy. I ain't playing with these cats. Anybody else? We got 5. Apologies, Bills, if your comment been sitting there for a minute. Because I gotta keep swapping back and forth because I can't see your comment live. But it's a prop finder. Highly recommend. I still highly recommend Outlier. Outlier does things that Prop Finder does not do. It's more so pertaining to team props, spreads, and stuff like that. Prop Finder is more player prop based. Literally, they have data for team stuff, but it's not anything that Outlier is much better at. That's why I have both. I'm telling y'all, Outlier is still a beast of a site to use, and I genuinely don't see myself unsubscribing from Outlier at all. So I'm telling y'all, man. Oh wait, I forgot. Lando had text me. What did he say? Hold on, he said he emailed. Oh. Give me 1 second. He said he sent me an email. Oh, word? Word? That's what's up. I never knew. Okay, I'll have to figure that out. All right. Oh, do we look Sengun's way tonight? Cause I'm telling you, I missed out on his points last stream. Literally, remember I talked about Sengun. He was in the perfect spot on Sunday to get buckets against the Pelicans because he loved playing against the Pelicans, literally, and on the day too, but most in general against the Pelicans, he loved getting buckets. And as you see, you finished with 36 points. He's hit 30 plus points in the last 5. Oh, let's look to see who they're shutting down. You gotta look at the actual names because I don't really. Maybe. Let me see. Who are they facing off against? Because that number, what is that? 11. Last 5, they've only. Okay. So it's nobody of a Sengun type of a big. So as you see here, literally, Post had a random 22. Like he balled out against them. Filipowski can get buckets. He still got his, but it was 14. So just in general, just per the names, literally just Joker is like the only one in Wemby. So just actual Sengun level type of bigs. Sengun should go out here and get, again, on paper, Sengun should go out here and get 19 points. On paper. He had 16 here against New York on the February 21st. But he had 25 here last season. What is he doing on the day? He still loves getting buckets on the day. He's averaging 23 points. I still like him for his points. Just in general on the year, 5-1, averaging 23. He is 0-1 on the month because he only finished with 14 on the 10th against Toronto at home. Let's look at him at home. What is he doing at home? Averaging 20. And then what is he doing on a Tuesday? Tuesdays at home. He loves playing on a Tuesday at home, averaging 20. I'm queuing him up for his points. Honestly, I really do feel like he'll go out there and get 19, 20 points tonight. Because literally this is nothing. It's literally bigs that don't usually get, you know what I mean, 15 or higher. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's why I was like, hold on, that's super low for what the, you know what I mean, last five. So I like his points. So I think we're good. This actually works out too because I need to go get some dinner. The only other potential look is Rollins here because I looked at him while I was on the bus on my way home. He might do something tonight. There's no guarantee. It's just that because of what the defense is doing against the position more than anything. He's 0-1 against them, but this was earlier in the year. He had 13 here. I don't know if he's going to continue this, of him going down most of the time. You're looking for 22 points. He's like right there to get 22. So it's up to you if you want to take him specifically, because on a Tuesday, he's like right there knocking on the door. It's just like more recently, he just hasn't been able to do anything. So, but again, my sole basis of me bringing this up is because of what Dallas's defense specifically has been allowing in the last five. This was, like I said, was something I was looking at. I was on my way home. I was like, I just don't know. And if you're, as always, if you're a believer in the trend, blah, 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 like I keep saying, look at the last five, just in general on face value, down, up, down, up, down. So obviously you would think because he's in the spot tonight, we could potentially get something like this, even if he just gets 22 or 23 or something like that. Maybe that's the other thing. That's the reason why it's a plus 100, because it's like a slight lean for him to get it, more the pushes for the under. But that's again, if you believe in the trend, he's technically in the spot to potentially get 22 points or higher tonight. So at home against the team that's allowing 36. So if he goes out here and gets 25 or higher and you didn't take it, you know what I mean, you missed out. I know I'm missing out because I'm not going to bet it. So maybe that will help. Maybe that will help. But I like what we have. Probably just thinking out loud, probably gonna maybe do, I don't know, maybe I'll just do, outside of Harden's double-double, maybe I'll just parlay all the stuff here on a slip, see if it cashes. But you all know me, I usually do just like a 3-leg or 4-leg and call it a day. And if you see the slip, I would say round robin it, and definitely everything on the list, just single bet everything. You know, it's either gonna go 6-0, 5-1, you know what I mean? whatever, 2-4, 0-6. You know what I mean? It's sports. It's gonna go whichever way it's gonna go, and we just move on to tomorrow. We do have still a plethora of games. I'm gonna be late then because I have something to do right after work. There's 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. There's 9 games tomorrow. Great slate. Great number of games. I like that at least. Like I said, I'm just gonna be late streaming, just a little bit, like an hour late because I got something to do for about an hour once I get home from work. So yeah. But with that, thanks for coming through, Bills, and everybody else who's been watching. It's always real, just in general. Those of you watching over on YouTube, let's push for some wins tonight. Let's just enjoy sports just in general. Hope you cash on some baseball tonight as well. I have my little 6-legger HRR. Y'all see it. You know what I'm all about with my MLB stuff. Remember, I'm not a home runs guy. I may do test stuff for home runs, but those are not guaranteed. They're really, really not. Because there are players on there that are like super greens to go out there, that the wind's pushing in a specific way for them to hit a home run, and they just don't do it. It's like, dag, like you were perfectly in the perfect spot, and they may go on a slump 3, 4 games, 5 games in a row, and then they may go hot and hit 4 or 5 home runs in a row. I forgot what player that was that went on like I think it was like a 8-10 game home run streak last season. Can't even remember what player that was, what squad that was. That was wild too. That was dope though. But then after that, he fell off. He just hardly hit a home run the rest of the way. It was just like, man, like that was his spot in his moment. So what can you do? But I'm out. I'm gonna go get some dinner, enjoy the rest of my evening. But with that, y'all stay safe, stay humble, and just like I said, for the MLB, it's just hits plus runs plus RBIs. That's what I chase, and a little bit of total base stuff, and maybe some hits and stuff like that. I did share the slip in the Discord in the WAP. It's like I said, it's a 6-leg. It's George Springer, Matt Olson, Jonathan Aranda, Juan Soto, Aaron Judge. First time relying on him this year so far, and Jackson Merrill. 6-leg, all of them just to get 2 HRRs. That is it. That's literally it. Just do a quick $5 on it. Get back a $1.50 plus. Let's see what happens. Hopefully it cashes. They're literally in a spot to. All of them literally are in a spot to get the job done tonight. So we'll see. And that's the thing. A couple of the players on the list, I had them on one of my parlays last night, and all of them only finished with 1. So it kind of feel like it's a bounce back night. They'll actually go out there and do it. There were a couple other ones that hit like a home run and had like 6. So it was just like, man, like I could have, if I was really feeling that data that I was looking at with them, could have just taken them for 4 or 5 and would have cashed mightily. So, because that's the kind of energy that I'm on. When I talk about HRRs, I'm just not talking about that type of slip. I'm talking about chasing players who are hitting and getting 5 or higher HRRs. Those are your pushes. Those are your slips that you I'll even show you here, just off of the basis of how I do things. When I just scroll here and I'm looking, this is what I'm looking for, because I've talked about this before. Like even like George Springer, he's facing off against Ryan. He's a righty, but he loves hitting against a righty. But this is why I would take George Springer for 4 or 5 hits plus runs plus RBIs, HRRs tonight, because he's in a dark green spot. Usually you would look at players like, just in general, just off of face value, because they're in this light green box here, because they're having success, right? But George Springer, specifically against a righty, he is having major success. This is what the dark green is for. So then I would click on him. Again, I'm saying screw his home run. Looking at his HRR. And I'm like, okay, he's had back-to-back 3, right? But he hit 4 here, he hit 6 here. I'm looking for the push. Now, I still consider the matchup because he's 0-3 against them, right? He has yet to get a hit against Ryan. But I'm believing that Springer can get the 2 HRR just in general, but I'm also believing that he can go higher because of the head-to-head, because anytime he does get HRR, it's 3 or higher. There's that. And then when you look down here, because it's what I love about Prop Finder 2, they give you data with the batter against the bullpen itself. Look at this, dark green. He's having major success against their bullpen, right? And then I would come down here and I would look at his splits. They give you data on the home game because he's at home, it's dark green. It's a night game, he's dark green. March, in the month from technically last year, dark green, right? And then they give you the day, dark green. And they give you against the NL and versus righties, like I said. But the only other extra thing that I look at is this far spot over here on the far right, and it's the OPS. This is the data that I look at to see if it's 800 or higher. And as you see here, at home, at night, 976, 1.01. This means that he is having major success in the spot that he's in at home and at night. He's hitting. You see his home runs. You see his RBIs. You see the bases and stuff like that. He's having major success getting on base, hitting home runs, hitting line drives, hitting base hits. That's why I say I'm taking players for 3, 4, 5, potential 6 HRRs, because these players are going out there and getting it. This stuff I was talking about over in the Discord when Q was over there. The homie Q Keezy, he was over there. Mo was over there. I forgot the other homie. I apologize. He may be listening. I apologize. But and a few others that were over there, giving them the game, and I'm giving you the game. This is the stuff that you look for. Matt Olson, same thing. He's dark green most of his stuff. So Springer tonight still has a potential to potentially maybe break this 0-3 and hit a home run against Ryan. Get multiple hits against him. Get 3 or higher HRRs. Maybe just land on 2 still. You know what I mean? Maybe hit a double-double. He's potentially in the spot. So do with this information what you will. You know what I mean? We'll see. But that's how I break down my data when I'm looking at the MLB stuff for the batters. And then I have my own little thing that I do with the team props. So I'm not ready to do team props yet. I kind of glanced at some stuff last night, and I said, you know what, I'm just going to hold off because it's still early in the season. I'm glad I didn't do what I was thinking about doing with the team runs and stuff like that I normally would put in, because the teams that I looked at, none of them did what I was hopeful that they would do. It's not like I was looking, I was like, oh, I feel like that they could do something. I was just like, well, they may not do this, but this is what I would consider taking them. And I didn't put the parlay together, and then I didn't share it, and then y'all would have lost money with me. So they didn't do what I was hoping for last night. It was like 3 teams. I'm gonna just wait. I'm gonna wait it out roughly 2 weeks, 4 weeks before I start looking at some team stuff, because y'all, again, I really don't like doing player prop stuff. I literally love relying on the team, because at least the team's gonna get you wins, get you paid and stuff like that, more than the players, because the players will let you down. Injuries happen, players don't want to play that day, whatever the case, you know what I mean, having off nights and stuff like that. So that's why I really don't like doing heavy parlays like that 6-leg stuff that I've been doing with the HRs. That's just some random stuff I decided to say screw it and do it, because most of those batters usually do get 2 HRRs, but it's still not a guarantee. As you saw per my 2 parlays from last night, they didn't cash, and one of them went even. It went 3-3. So because everybody else only got 1, so it was just like, what can you do? And they were all in the spot to actually get the 2. They just wasn't their night. So I accept the results for what they were and just move on to today. Hope for the best. But all right, I'm about to be out because I got to go get some dinner and lay down because I'm tired. I've been up since 4 in the morning. That's pretty much what time I get up for work, and sometimes it's pretty much what time I get up, even on my days off, because my body's. I've been working for many years now, and I'm just tired. I can't wait for my vacation in May. Can't wait. 10 days off. It's gonna be beautiful. But I'm out. Y'all stay safe, stay humble. Thanks for coming through, y'all. Appreciate it, and let's hope for the best tonight. Yeah, definitely hope see you get your 2 HRRs, dude. Put it in because you just might do it. Because I don't think he got it last night, if I remember. I think he had 1, if I remember correctly. I had him on my HRR slip too, and I think he didn't get it. So, but I'll holler at y'all hopefully tomorrow. Y'all stay safe and take care of yourselves, your family, friends, and loved ones. Be kind to each other, and I'll holler at y'all later. I'm out. Peace.